Dr.M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute, University, Madurai, Chennai.
If you do build a great experience, customers tell each other about that. Word of mouth is very powerful. Just Bezos, founder of Amazon.com. A warm welcome to our chief guest of today's event, Mr. Shahzoor Ali, Director of IT and Engineering, IIHRD, and to all the academicians, faculty members, scholars, and students of various other institutions across the globe. Today we have with us on the studio Dr. V.N. Rajavarman, Deputy Dean, Phase 2, Dr. M.G.R. Educational Research Institute, Dr. A.R. Arnachalam, HOD, Department of CS, Phase 2, Campus, Dr. M.G.R. Educational Research Institute, Chennai. I am Jayam Medona, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Dr. M.G.R. Educational Research Institute will be hosting today's event. E-commerce has extensively matured in the last decade and it continues to grow every day. We are living in exciting times where digital items are becoming smarter and advanced day after day. Communication is the heart of e-commerce and digitalization. Mick Whiteman, President and CEO of HP. Now I like to invite Dr. A.R. Arnachalam, HOD, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Phase 2 Campus, Dr. M.G.R. Educational Research Institute, Chennai, to welcome the gathering.
Yeah, thanks, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am? Ma'am, am I audible? Okay. So, very good afternoon to one and all present here. On behalf of Department of Computer Science, Dr. M.G.R. Educational Research Institute, Adyalambar to Phase 2 Campus, I would like to welcome you all to this national webinar on the convergence of e-commerce and digitalization in the new reality. To start with, I would like to thank our Honorable President Engineer A.C. Arun Kumar Sir for giving us the approval to conduct this today's event. And I really thank him for giving us a lot of support towards conducting n number of online activities. Next, I would like to welcome the speaker of today's webinar, Mr. Shahzoor Ali, who is a Director IT and Engineering at IIHRD, which is Institute for Industrial and HR Development. So on behalf of the department, thank you, sir, for accepting our invite to deliver to take this wonderful session on a very interesting topic. Next, I would like to welcome the Deputy Dean of Phase 2 Campus, Dr. V.N. Rajavarman, sir, who is with us today on the studio to deliver the felicitation address. And last but not the least, I would like to welcome all the dignitaries, deans, HODs, faculty members, students, and especially the first year BSc Computer Science students who have joined today with us today to watch this national level webinar. I'm really happy and proud to say that more than 550 participants have registered for this webinar, which shows how interesting this today's webinar is going to be. So as you all know, 20 years back, I think the e-commerce came into existence. So at that time, I mean, before the e-commerce industry was coming into the existence, we used to go physically to, for shops to buy the products, and we buy and sell the products. But after the evolution of e-commerce, I think we buy the products and as well as sell the products just by sitting at one place, with the help of the internet technology. I think initially, when the e-commerce industry came into existence, there was, we are really afraid of how payment will be taken care, whether the checkouts will be quicker. But now with the help of the digitalization, I think both the digitalization as well as e-commerce, both are now much familiar terms. I think with the help of the digitalization, I think now we are able to make safer payments through various payment methods, right? And as well as I think quicker checkouts also. So now both digitalization as well as e-commerce are together playing a vital role. Now we have been used to various kinds of e-commerce websites where we buy products, we sell products, and we transfer funds across various accounts as well. So I think today's webinar is definitely going to be an interesting session because we have a very good speaker with us who's going to talk about this very interesting topic. So on behalf of the department and as well as On behalf of the university, I once again welcome all the participants to this national webinar on the convergence of e-commerce and digitalization in the new reality. And I also take this opportunity to thank Dr. Mr.Shahzoor Ali Mangipudi, who is the head academics and industry partnerships at IIHRD Hyderabad, for collaborating with us on organizing this webinar. So thank you so much. So on behalf of the department and as well as on behalf of the university, I once again welcome the dignitaries on the studio as well as all the participants to watch this national level webinar. So definitely this session is going to be a fruitful session, and definitely there will be a good takeaway at the end of the day. So have a great day and have a great session too. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. May I now invite Dr. V. N. Rajavarman, Deputy Dean of Phase 2 Campus, Dr.M.G.R. Educational Research Institute, for the felicitation address.
So good afternoon to one and all. I think first of all, I would like to thanks to today webinar speaker and chief guest, Mr. Shahzoor Ali, the Director, IT and Engineering, IIHRD, for accepting our invitation and joining here and going to be give the valuable informations about the convergence of e-commerce and digitalizations in the new reality. Thank you very much, sir. And I welcome on behalf of our management and university, sir. I appreciate and very much proud about our Department of Computer Science for initiating and conducting this type of the wonderful programs. I think really the suitable time you are selecting or choosing the title of webinar. I very much proud really. Particularly I appreciate the head of the department, Dr. Arunachalam, and all the faculty members of the department for initiating this. And also I wish Mrs. Vidya and Mrs. Madonna and Dr. Kavita for involving this event directly to conduct in smooth way. I wish. And I particularly wish and congratulate all the participants of this event today. By this webinar, you have to get more knowledge and aware and how to use and how to make effectively this digitalizations in e-commerce. Nowadays we are using. I think today also I bought in fish market. Fish market also in Chennai we used digitalization, phone pay and other pay via. No need to carry the money to anywhere. I think all areas got in Chennai. So this is a very important and particularly related, directly related with the public peoples, and we have to move every day, day-to-day activities. So lot of informations, lot of technologies, methods are available behind of this convergence of e-commerce and digitalizations in reality. So it's a good title and good time. So once again, I wish all of you to success this event today and be a good day for you. I hope. Thank you very much, one and all.
Thank you so much, sir, for the encouragement and informative address. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome our chief guest, Mr. Shahzoor Ali, Director IT and Engineering, IIHRD. He is an entrepreneur and he served a broad range of global clients for 12 years as being a technical leader, project manager, and mentor. He is a founder of the BlackBerry online news portal BBIN, which was swiftly indulged in delivering the most compelling BlackBerry enthusiasts tech-related content and services. He was also awarded as the Entrepreneur of the Year 2013 at the BlackBerry World event in Orlando, FL, USA, for his startup cafe, SkyPark Cafe. He is a self-taught IT enthusiast, having exposure and committed to serving industries like e-commerce, retail, omni-channel, entertainment, and publishing. On behalf of Dr. M.G.R. Educational Research Institute, I thank you for gracing us with your presence. Once again, I welcome you, sir. So, before we march into our session, we have a note for the participants. We have a short question and answer session at the end of the event. So you can post your questions in the comment section. Regarding the feedback form, the feedback form is available in the description box. It will be active from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. I repeat, the feedback form is available in the description box. It will be active from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. And regarding the certificates, it will reach you by a maximum of 3 working days. Without any further delay, may I request Mr. Shahzoor Ali to, place, to take place over the session and enrich us with his knowledge.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for warm welcome. I really appreciate how the introduction was. And as said, yes, we are using e-commerce day-to-day life. Every day we are involved in any way. Like, I mean, I'm gonna speak more about how this COVID-19 and this pandemic forced many of us to use e-commerce or use online services. So before I start, I would thank everyone to spend time with us on this webinar. I really appreciate how you spend time with us online, and this is one of the reason we meet online and share our information. So I would like to thank Dr.M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute, the respected Vice Chancellor also, and especially the Dean, Dr. Manivanan, for this institute, for this campus, for giving us opportunity to associate with them and be the part of knowledge sharing. I would also like to thank the Deputy Dean for the encouraging words in the beginning. I also extend my thanks to Dr. A.R. Arunchalam, the head of Department Computer Science. Without taking much time, I will explain you about what is IIHRD that I am collaborated with. IIHRD, it is an initiative by four of us with an objective to build synergies between industry and academia. So we are planning to provide services like internships or small size to mid-size projects from companies, organize aptitude assessments, many different tests so as to make students industry ready, right? From the right students from campus when they pass out, we want them to, be ready in the market, how the market really is, which probably some of the campus or you won't learn from the college life. We want to make them ready for that. And they one more interesting feature we have, service we would like to gain is calling for stories. This is like articles to publish on our website. That in turn we issue them appreciation certificate. It will be an encouragement for them to articulate the business cases. It will immensely help during their employment and intra-departmental communications. Talent acquisitions and placements is one of the key feature we like to which is in our services. We provide a platform for both job seekers and job recruiters, especially for higher educational institutions like professors, associate professors, and assistant professors. We thought that there must be a free flow of talent between these academic institutions so that the educational institutes leverage out of the untapped talent available in the market. We are soon organizing a webinar in association with MGR University on application of data analytics using SPSS. It is very much interesting topic, and there will be many more topics coming in near future in collaboration with MGR University. So we request you, all the audience, to participate in the survey, for which the link is provided in the YouTube comments, to understand you better, so we can serve you better. So I would like to start with my presentation. I will share my screen. Let me know if you don't see it. Okay, I think you can see my screen now. So as mentioned, we're going to talk about the convergence of e-commerce and digitalization in the new reality. What it really means is e-commerce was there for a pretty long time, but it was always in a form of innovations, fixing things, or making people to use e-commerce, or making a habit of using e-commerce. And there was a study that there will be a lot of people, and like in billions of people, or there will be a rise of e-commerce and digital world in next 10 years by 2030 or something like that. But due to pandemic and this COVID-19 situation, whatever the reports, whatever the researchers analyzed, that's going to happen in 10 years. Everything happened in a year. I can say a lot of things happened in a year. So people were forced to use e-commerce. So if people were forced to use digital applications or move to digital world, so because of the lockdown, because of a lot of things were not planned, like pandemic is never planned. So a lot of things happened, and all those it was a shortcut of 10 years, downsizing to achieve all that in a year. So it's a very interesting topic, and it's a very large topic to talk about. But I'm not gonna go in every industry, every possible scenarios. I'm gonna keep it short and very interesting. So we're gonna have some good quick Q&A session, I'm thinking. So in this today's discussion, we're gonna have on the decline of retail stores and rise of e-commerce. Like I said, there were decline of retail stores, like a physical store was shut down. A lot of in the United States, in US, a lot of retail stores got bankrupt. They filed for bankruptcy during this lockdown or pandemic. So we're going to talk about that. So the COVID-19 crisis, it accelerated an expansion of e-commerce towards new firms, the new type of customers we have seen, and the new type of products we have seen coming on e-commerce. It has provided customers with access to significant variety of products from the convenience and safety of their homes. What I'm trying to say, new customers could be your parents. My parents was not very much involved on e-commerce. They had to. They were forced to use Amazon. They were forced to use Flipkart. or they were forced to use Zomato or Dunzo some days. So these are like new customers. My grandfathers never thought of using Amazon.com to buy mask or buy, face shields or gloves. So they were forced to use that during this COVID-19 or pandemic. So similarly, COVID-19 crisis has also enhanced enthusiasm in the e-commerce field across countries worldwide, and has expanded the scope of e-commerce, including, like I said, the products. Grocery is one of the very key thing that we see. A lot of people had to buy groceries online, because even if you talk about me or my parents, they want to go to the retail store and buy groceries. They want to see what they're buying. If you're buying vegetables, you just don't book online, right? But we were forced to do that in 2020. We were forced to buy what we are not looking at. And most of the packaged items, we know how it is, but it was a good feeling. You walk into the retail store and buy products like that. So in e-commerce transactions in many countries, including India, the shift from luxury goods were down, and services, and the day-to-day life necessities products were increased. So before e-commerce was about shopping online, it was a luxury thing. So in 2020, everything has changed. So there has been a shift in demand from physical retail store to e-commerce. Like I said, many retail outlets closed and or moved to online shopping during this pandemic. And a very interesting part, what we have seen is new or small businesses started to rise up in pandemic. Like people from home started cooking. People from home started cooking and selling online, selling through Instagram, selling through WhatsApp, and they were advertising using social media. They were cooking, like bachelors, if they are living in different away from their homes. These home cooked small businesses really gauged up in this pandemic. So digital technologies were flourished before the pandemic hit, but during lockdowns, who part of the world economies shifted onto digital platforms like teleworking, remote learning, that is big thing, e-learning, all schools are online now, teleconferencing like we are doing right now, online health services. People were not safe going to the hospitals. They were using online services for probably, meeting the doctor appointment, having an appointment with the doctor, and using their phone to for consulting with the doctor. And digital payments really made the world go around in many regions in the first half of 2020, and even still now. So, in the months and years to come, digital facilities will no longer be optional. Before it was optional, but now people have a taste of digital facilities. It won't no longer be optional, but consumers, clients, business partners, and workers will become to expect them as a matter of course. So during during the lockdown, people are what more happened, like people were locked at homes, and they started using different services, like to entertain themselves. We call it digital streaming services. In addition to streaming services like Netflix, Amazon, and Disney Hotstar, seeing humongous gains in subscribers in 2020. And we had IPL, which is this cricket season, cricket tournament. It was a very big chunk, like Hotstar gained a lot of subscribers there. So we're going to talk all about this in today's session. But like I said, if you see the graph, this is a graph of the US, not India. While one retailer is closing, such giant as Amazon is on top. Like you see in the month of May, a lot of companies or outlets were bankrupt. They filed for bankruptcy in the US. But while they are diminishing, e-commerce was getting that traffic instead of them. So mall traffic has dropped, and researchers, retailers like Payless, Aldo, Hertz, all JCPenney, the big people in the US, they got affected really bad. And online delivery and shopping trends in India. This is very interesting that I've seen while I went to google.com, googletrends.com, and typed what is this, the delivery keyword. If you see in the month of March, there's the blue line is the delivery keyword on Google. A lot of people search for deliveries then, and the online shopping was not very active, but the delivery was spiked to the top, and people were like still in the phase of using online delivery apps. So grocery e-commerce soared in the second week of March after shoppers turned online to find the goods they needed but weren't available at their local grocery stores. So in the beginning, if you remember, the demand was more, but supply was less. The following graph shows a huge spike in grocery related e-commerce on the right side. So this is all the e-commerce, the blue line, dark blue line. The red line is just for the grocery. So as I said, grocery played a very important role in e-commerce in pandemic. And what happened? The consumer behavior has changed a lot in 2020. People like rules have changed, and consumer behavior has changed. 65% of women and 55% of men said they do not feel currently safe trying on clothes in dressing rooms. I remember when malls opened in Hyderabad. I'm from Hyderabad. When I went there, I tried to see some clothes, but the trial rooms were closed because there's a rule don't have to open. It was a rule that trial rooms should be shut. So the effect of COVID-19 crisis on e-commerce is not uniform across products and categories or sellers in India. For example, if you see a surge demand was observed for items related to medicines. Examples, medical, like it could be face masks, it could be sanitizers, and home activities and groceries. While demand dropped, if you see on the opposite side, the demand dropped for items related to travel, for sure, sports or formal clothing, which is like you can't. The suitcases were nobody were buying suitcases. Nobody was buying gym bags. Nobody was buying new shoes or stuff like that. So shifts towards e-commerce, it have been always observed in several countries, in particular along the food supply chain. Restaurants that switched to providing food grocery delivery services. If you see, apps like Zomato, platforms like Zomato, Swiggy, Dunzo, they reached great milestones in 2020. In sorry, in order to address the building paranoia around the pandemic, Swiggy and Zomato offered services like no contact delivery. They also aired a lot of TV commercials. You might have seen that They have something service like no contact delivery. The delivery guy will place your delivery at the door and leave it. Provided necessary safety material to their staff. The staff were wearing all the gloves and mask and everything, and then later ventured into the delivery of grocery and essential items. The buzz about Zomato saw a rise from 47.5 to 57.4 between March 15th to April 16th. For the same time period, after an initial slump, the scores for Swiggy stabilized with a marginal increase from 50 to 60%. So, whereas Dunzo played a different role altogether to help and cater newly formed cloud kitchens or housemakers' small businesses, Dunzo pickup and drop service. So, the Dunzo pickup and drop service is something I want to send something to my friend. I just pack, like if I want to send a laptop to my friend, I just tell Dunzo pick up something from my location and drop it at my friend's location. So this helped this housemakers who started cooking at home and deliver to their new customers. So when retailers were affected by these a pandemic, while people are not coming in, people are not walking into their stores, so what happens? It leads to new innovation. It leads to new digital innovation. They were forced to come online and give customer experience. For example, if you can see on the first image, it's a clothing line. You give your size to the application, all your body, or it's an application. You open your camera, it will scan your entire body, and it will show you how that selected clothes fits on your body without even giving it a try. And if you see in the middle, very famous actress Katrina Kaif, this is a lens card. You didn't have to go to a store to check how your specs looks like on your face. They had this: open your laptop camera or your phone camera. There will be a machine learning. You have to move your head right to left to make your 3D avatar. So Lenscart will show the selected spectacles you selected glasses on your face. So we see a lot of innovations in 2020. We've seen a drastic change of people, how they are shopping online, and very, very surprising. Every industry tried their hands on. For example, automobile. Showrooms were closed. There were cars sitting in their inventory. So BMW, probably there are more automobile companies that done, but I'm gonna take an example of BMW. So what they did, they opened something like at home pickup and drop off for service of their car, or they created the 3D visuals of their new cars. So you can buy online, you can buy their car online, you can see all the features online. If you really need a demo of the car, you book it online. So the car will be desanitized, very safe car will be arrive at your home, and the salesman will be sanitized with all the protection and everything. So we see all industries somehow they tried coming online and using e-commerce, or being a part of the digital world, making all digitalization. So very interesting part about this slide, like I said, during lockdown and all the cinemas are closed in India, we saw a rise on online streaming. Up until last year, Amazon Prime and and Netflix were still playing catch up in the Indian market. They were two main competitors. Now the pandemic seems to have accelerated the often seen scenario of international players pushing out local pioneers like Netflix and Amazon Prime captured a fifth a fifth of the market each quarter 2 of 2020, while while the corporation of Disney Hotstar and local reached like up to 17%. The Indian small screen has also been attracting attention during the pandemic as a place where new Bollywood productions has been released, either as original material or as a last resort, while cinemas remain shut. According to BBC, Netflix has released 18 Indian-made originals this year, while Amazon Prime is looking at bringing out 14 in 2020. So Disney Hotstar, in a different approach, they said it would host 7 movies that were originally headed for the big screen, like cinemas. So there's a picture, if you can see, like all the key people in the cinema, they accepted they have to move digital. This is a picture from their conference. They are launching Disney Hotstar. Then maybe we're gonna talk a little bit about online learning then. E-learning platforms. Everyone knows Byju's. E-learning platforms have been in heavy use of as homeschooling continues in many states around our country in India. According to a survey by YouGov, Indian startup Byju's is the most popular tool in India, with 65% of parents saying their children have used it. Then runners up like Unacademy and Vedantu only were used by around 30% of children according to their parents. So the survey by the YouGov also revealed that around half of Indian parents did not feel comfortable sending their kids back to school. So this gave really, how do parents keep their children busy if there is no school? they they signed up for e-learning platforms like Byju's and Unacademy and all. So 48% parents said that their kids were learning very well by using online platforms. 55% of parents said that their children were now subscribed to an online learning platform. So that is like an 40%. They seen 40% hike before the pandemic. The subscription model, this Byju's and other e-learning platforms. And I don't know if you heard about massive open online courses, MOOCs. There are free online courses available for anyone to enroll. MOOCs provide an affordable and flexible way to learn new skills, advance your career, and deliver quality educational experiences at scale. Millions of people around the world use MOOCs to learn. Main goal is to learn for a variety of reasons, including it could be your career development, it could be challenging careers, college preparations, supplemental learning, lifelong learning, corporate learning and training, and more. So MOOCs have the ability to credit transfer. UGC has already issued credit framework for online learning courses through Swayam. Advising the universities to identify courses where credits can be transferred onto the academic record of the students for courses done on Swayam. very important topic. It's AICTE has also put out a gazette notification in 2016 and subsequently for adoption of these courses for credit transfer. So this all these things really gave a rise in 2020 while the universities closed and schools were closed. So the current SWAYAM platform is developed by Ministry of Human Resource Development (MHRD) and NPTEL, which is the IIT Madras, with the help of Google and Persistent System Limited. So I see like the government of India is very keen to use the technology's resources in helping its mission to make higher education accessible to all deserving students. In this regard, it has launched its national mission on education through information and communication technology, NMEICT, what you see, in 2009, to provide the opportunity for all the teachers and experts in the country to pool their collective wisdom for the benefit of every Indian learner and thereby reducing the digital divide. Under this mission, a proper balance between content generations, research in critical areas relating to imparting of education and connectivity for integrating our knowledge with the advancement in other countries is to be attempted. So if you see by point wise provide access, uh, they like providing connectivity to all colleges and universities in the country. So our government is working on these features. They want to provide quality, providing high quality e-content free of cost to all learners in the country, bridge the gap in the skills to use computing devices for the purpose of teaching and learning among urban and rural teachers or learners in higher education domain. Then training and empowerment of teachers to effectively use the new method of teaching learning. Empower teachers and learners, empower those who have either to remain untouched by the digital revolution and not have been able to join the mainstream of the knowledge economy. Then they provide connectivity along with the provision for access devices to institutions and learners. Then provide equity, providing low cost and affordable access computing devices to students and teachings. So this would really help rural areas or villages, for example, to learn from the masters and with the very low cost of fee there. So talking about all these industries, we we can they tried a lot of things. Now we see there was a rise of digital advertising. You're on the digital world. You are putting your products on digital. You don't put billboards in the city because no one's going out. So it's clear that COVID-19 had an immediate impact on consumer behavior, but it's not important to recognize the changes still happening. Understanding and anticipating these changes will be key to succeeding in digital advertising through the rest of the year and beyond. This pandemic has permanently changed how consumers behave on digital world or digital channels and engage with social advertising. When I say social, you think about Facebook, Instagram, and what are Snapchat and all these apps. While some of the extreme shifts from May have begun to settle, many consumers will continue to leverage more digital services in their day-to-day life. Hence, the largest shift to e-commerce that was expected to occur over the next decade, it is now arriving much sooner. Like I said, they analyze so many things that would happen in next 10 years, most of the things have been seen in 2020 and gonna see in 2021. The convergence of digital and commerce seems to be the one inflection point that is seeing some of the most rapid changes. As retailers are forced to adapt to the new normal, innovation around the area is speeding up, and consumers are very happy to participate and try out their hands on all these new techniques. So, from an advertiser's point of view, the crisis had been difficult to navigate. Market and industry specific nuances and changes in consumer behavior affect social advertising performance. Many digital disruptor brands like apps, online entertainment services, and e commerce providers that were able to pivot to an offering relevant in a new world. So, ad performance has improved for digital services. Facebook was the king. Instagram was the second king. Then Twitter, LinkedIn, Snapchat, TikTok, Pinterest. So all like the industries took the advantage of all these the social platforms to advertise their new offerings and all. And Facebook and YouTube gained a lot of digital advertising in 2020. And like you see, 51% of Indian consumers prefer to see video ads instead of still images because they are more adapted to that. So it was a long discussion. I hope you like it. The main point, the conclusion I want to put across is we are in digital world now. We are forced to be in digital world now. Everyone has tasted how digital world looks like, and we since the coronavirus is we're gonna live with it. It's been said we're gonna live with coronavirus for it's a new normal. Except that digital living on digital world is a new normal. So I would close on this and thank you very much. I would really encourage people to start any questions if they have. I will be very happy to help answer to those questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I must mention this session was impressive and gave an insight of e-commerce and digitalization. I hope this session has opened many areas of research in everyone's mind. Now to the question and answer session. Let me read out the questions for you. How online shopping proves beneficial? How online shopping proves beneficial?
Can you repeat that? Your voice was breaking. How online shopping is beneficial?
How online shopping beneficial?
Online shopping is beneficial. First, the first thing I can think about is cheap. The reason why I'm saying it's cheap and why is it cheap? The the seller or the company don't have a retail store. They don't pay for the rent for the physical store, or they do not spend much marketing expense on selling that particular product. So they do not have to put a high price on that particular product that you are interested in. So digital world for advertising and for inventory keeping up is very less. So that is why the MRP of that particular product will be low. So first point, it's first benefit I can think is it's cheap, and second, you for if you're buying a TV, for example, you can rather going to different electronic stores, you can go to different websites and find a better TV for your need. You will spend less time going to different websites. You can talk to people. There are reviews online about a product, so you read what people are saying, which actually bought that product, You have really like I can like there is a lot of benefits to that. You can see better honest reviews. You can see more information about that product. If you go to the store, the salesman will talk about the features which you probably not don't want to listen, but you are specific to something. So when you are buying online, everything is on your screen. Whatever you like, you read more about it, you search more online about it, you see video reviews about that particular product. So first thing, cheap and the ability to find more better product or better price in different e-commerce website. How it is benefit. Um, yeah, I think this is a first top two I can think of top of my head, but there are many. There are many. Like inventory is huge there. So if that stock is not in your city, they probably if you buy it online, they can bring that particular stock from different state or different city for you. Yeah, I think I hope I answered that question. Thank you.
Next question, sir. Could you mention some of the drawbacks of over-dependence on social media advertising? I repeat, could you mention some of the drawbacks of over-dependence on social media advertising?
Um, Social media, when you are advertising on social media, the disadvantage, what I can think, if your marketing guy, digital marketing guy, does not know or does not have much experience in how to market, you will be losing a lot of money in showing your advertisement to your non-targeted consumers. Like if I'm selling a gaming phone, for example, I want to cater only young people. A gaming phone, like you play PUBG and all on your mobile phone. If I am selling that, I don't want that my advertisement to show to 35 and above, or let's say 40 plus age of people. I would specifically show to 16 to 28 of age, and I would show more. I would spend more on showing to male rather than female because I know who my target audience is. If I if you put a billboard in your city, it costs a bomb, and everybody is watching it, but you don't even know the conversion who saw that ad and came. But in the only thing I can say about is if you don't tune your marketing strategy and digital world, you won't see a good conversion. What more I can think about the disadvantage is you have to be an analyst. You have to see what did go wrong in your recent social media advertising. You have to see who didn't get intrigued, who didn't pay attention, or who didn't click on your ad, why, and all. There must be some more tuning needed in your in your advertising. So find out, you have to work with the real good experienced people. If not experienced, you have to learn about digital marketing. It is everywhere. Like e-learning platforms has great content out there. So if you don't play with the filters for your ad campaign on digital world, the only thing you will see is that's the disadvantage there. Thank you.
Okay, sir. May I now request the technical team to display the appreciation certificate as a token of our love and affection.
Yeah, so thank you so much, sir. It was a wonderful session. I think, it was a fruitful session. A lot of participants have given a positive response. So thank you so much for spending your time
Thank you so much.
and
My
collaborating
pleasure.
with our university in organizing this wonderful webinar. So on behalf of our university, we would like to present you the appreciation certificate signed by the registrar. So please accept as a token of appreciation.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.
Yeah, so you'll receive this certificate through your email. Thank you, sir. So thank you so much for spending your valuable time.
Thank you so much.
May I now request Dr. R. Kavita, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Dr.M.G.R.Educational Educational Research Institute, to deliver the oath of thanks.
Good evening. Good evening to everyone connected here. It is my pleasure to propose the vote of thanks for this national webinar on the convergence of e-commerce and digitalization in the new reality. First, I would like to extend my gratitude towards our Honorable President, Engineer ACS Arun Kumar, for accepting our request to conduct this event today in a grand manner. I am also grateful to our Vice Chancellor, Dr. S. Geeta Lakshmi, our Provost, Dr. G. Gopalakrishnan, and our Registrar, Dr. C. B. Paranivelu, for their tremendous guidance and motivation. A special thanks to Dr. Malini Pandey, Joint Registrar HNS, Dr. S. Ramalingam, Joint Registrar Phase 2, Dr. S. Manivannan, Dean Phase 2, and Dr. V. N. Rajavarman, Deputy Dean Phase 2, for being the pillars of support. I would like to thank our HOD Dr. A.R. Arnachalam for his constant encouragement and Mrs. P. J. Medona, Assistant Professor, Computer Science Department, for coordinating this event successfully. I would like to thank our beloved speaker, Mr. Shahzoor Ali, Director IT and Engineering, IIHRD, wholeheartedly for accepting our invitation at such a short notice and deciding to support us even during this crisis. It was really a knowledgeable and an enriching session. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Mr.Shahzoor Ali Mangipudi, Head Academics and Industry Partnerships, IIHRD Hyderabad, for collaborating with us in organizing this webinar. I would like to say a big thank you to the faculty members and all other participants for joining us from all over the world. We are excited to see the enthusiasm you all have shown. Keep supporting us by connecting to all our future programs. Stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. For the participants, please do not forget to fill up the feedback form. The certificate will reach you by a maximum of 3 working days. You will definitely receive the certificates once you fill up the feedback form. I see in the comment section asking for the presentation. We have it in a policy that the speaker's presentation is not shared. But this video is available in our YouTube channel. The name of our YouTube channel is Dr.M.G.R. University Phase 2 Digital Learning. I repeat, Dr.M.G.R. University Phase 2 Digital Learning. This video can be viewed from our channel. It is available throughout, and please do not forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you so much, participants, for your support and love. Until next time, stay home, stay safe, and stay healthy. Thank you.
நாளை நமதென்று சொல்லுவோம், நல்ல பாதையில் செல்லுவோம். கல்வியே கண்கள் என்றுமே, புது தலைமுறை நம் பெயர் சொல்லுமே.
Dr.M.G.R.Educational and Research Institute, University, Mother of all Chennai.